Hello, my dear friends. Hope you had a really great weekend and everything going well for you, and you're making pretty good money on the market and happy. Uh, the, so, thanks for watching this video. The market continues to have a positive momentum, and most of the big corporations exceed expectations above and beyond so far. Large chip producing company AMD will be announcing earnings on August 1st. Construction company Caterpillar will be announcing earnings on that day as well, along with food supply chain Cisco and Starbucks. My favorite cheesecake factory and Coca-Cola will be announced earnings on Wednesday, August 2nd. And of course, a lot of attention on Amazon and Apple, which will be announced their earnings on Thursday, along with Chinese giant stock Alibaba, which have been dropping a lot in recent months, but then you bounce back very strong. It will be another exciting week for those who saw my index trend from my last video. Over the last 5 years, the market was bullish and up to August 15, and with an exception 1 year, 2019. You sit for the first week until August 15 and rebound back a little bit and so on. Roblox has confirmed with earning date on August the 9th, HYLN going to be on August the 8th, XSame on August 21st, AI on August 3rd, Pinduoduo on September the 4th, and CCL Carrefour will be Cruise will be on September 29th. Let's talk through highlight on the stock. Already made the announcement that I have a touch point in my last video. You can see this one is. Can you guess which one this is going to be? This is the one. This is Tesla. So you still beat the expectation slightly on revenue and earning per share, even though it wasn't necessarily doing very well after the announcement. The stock has slipped from 290 very high to 260 due to the overweight by analysts. So some analysts downgraded and say the year forecast for Tesla is 260, but obviously it's only over 260. So that's always an interesting thing when they talk about these kind of forecasting estimate. And advised to buy around 200 if you can go back to a couple of videos I had on even the last one. So you still have about 50% return. I bought it actually around 130, so I have like 100% return. But of course, I mean, I really buy various few, and again, I have to have it so I can keep track of the momentum and make sure it's on my watch list so that I can give you some news, latest news on these stuff, right? And again, the market may have momentum again based on the overall macroeconomic factors, along with Apple and Amazon, the big stock that are announcing, making an announcement of their earnings. So there may be a little more momentum than, depending on where you are, you may consider profit taking and the buyback which slips. The other one want to talk about is Boeing and also Meta. Meta was doing really well, beating revenue and earning expectation by the Wall Street, which is kind of surprising actually. This was still the investment AI paying off. If you look at the momentum, maybe you were close to 200, 350, right now 325, and it's not surprising, right? That's 10%. And I did, you watch my last video talk about it, where they were at, at the 52-week highs or actually 2 years high. And then where they were bouncing back strong from the beginning of January all the way almost a double, basically it's double. It really, was surprising go through, with the, index. If you do a mathematical calculations, it wasn't surprising hit 350 for Meta, right? But of course, it may potentially slipping back to because you always have seen that in the past on the quarterly earnings that once the momentum kind of fades out, then the stock can really kind of coming back. So that's why I recommended that for those who are making a profit, large profit from the low end, you may consider selling it and then buy them back. Even though if you're looking for a long-term target, because as the market go back and ups and downs, why not definitely not at the lowest point yet? That may coming back down before you will take another hips. I would cover over that more shortly in this video. And Boeing stock price was a very strong comeback. So if you listen to my video again, it was about at the range, 200 to 215, kind of struggling around that, and that will be maybe a good time to buy it in. And now the announcement was very amazing, saying they have increased of revenue, but the net income was actually lower year-to-year comparison. However, they beat the street expectation by more than 5% on both. So this explains why there's some bad news about bowling, but the stock actually climbed a lot higher. And like I said, it's a kind of target price of 250. If you listen to my last video, so I buy around $205. So it's almost a if you see the swing and do the math, which way you're to 250, that wasn't really a very very big differences with with a couple percent upswing. So I would say at this point it may be really good to kind of walk or decrease position of bowling and then just buy it back because you can see the trend lately. It was up and down, pretty big range, and also but again, remember pre-pandemic, the stock was around $1,400. So even though you're coming back down, you will still have a chance to coming back up even higher from where we are at now. And also during pandemic, the stock have actually dropped to $90. So from $90, they're coming back to 200 some dollars. Really pretty strong. Consider a big stock like bowling. And then I would like also talk about Carnival Crop, which is CCL. Well, you always have to take about 5% lower than what I say on the mark. So I told you to be a little bit more conservative, right? So the stock has yet to hit 20, but from $12 to $18, a nice profit taking, right? 50%. It has been a long time since the stock moved due to the so drastically have up so really short time. If you do the math, look at the month, really short month, right? Less than 2 months is rally for $6. So I think at that point I have lately for last Friday I decreased some of these positions, but they still can go up to 20 or 22 in that position if the momentum continue to August 15. So I'll continue to decrease a little bit more positions and buy back a little bit. Again, CCL, I look in long-term range. A lot of people returning to go into cruise, like Royal Caribbean also have announced a very good outlook and what they're thinking that people coming back for really going to cruise again after pandemic. Chinese stock also have to mention have really strong comeback. Pinduoduo, which is one of them on my news as well, that had come rebound back from $70 to recently $90. They will be announced earnings soon, so hopefully the momentum will continue to hit $100. Last time high was $106, and then after that it slipped down to $70. It was after the fee of Chinese delisting were over. So to start again, high is at about $300. So just something to think about where they're at today, 100, well, 300, just 1/3, right? But would they ever going back to $300? A lot of stock right now, if you look at it, it was devalued to 10% of their 52-week high, and it really bounced back 2 times from that low, right? 200%. But yet, you compare it to the high ever, it was still a lot lower. So something to watch for, and then you have to be careful selecting those kind of, from your portfolio. What seems to be lacking, however, is the XYLM, but I've told you the strategy, right? So it was driven from $1.70 to a high point 210. I suggest to sell the position around $2. So the stock didn't slip low enough yet at this point, struggling around $1.80 to $1.78 to $1.82 range, but that's still 10% there if you're sold two and then you buy back in this position. Wait. But you have to realize this stock has a higher volatility than the other one, and many day traders speculating this market. So for long run though, I really like this stock, so I'm holding the position. I really didn't decrease the position this one, but consider buying more. The next one, which is also my favorite, Robots. Robots has been around 38 and went up to $45 range. You can see the 40-some dollars range right there. The earning announcement will be on August 9th. Wall Street lately talk about AI future a lot. I mean, if you start to hear the news, they talk about AI a lot again, and then also EV. That's why these type of stock have rallied really lately very well. And again, Meta has taken advantage of AI investment to pay off. So they said that that's where they boost 7% of their revenue. So though again, pushing the possibility the stock will be more promising than in a pessimistic market in the past where, if you look 2 months ago, the story totally flipped 100%. Well, yeah, it's very difficult to say what's going to happen, but the stock stays strong on 38. If you look at the range of 250 days average, it's staying around that range, the low end. And so I really look forward to $50 a breakthrough. But I still gonna hold this stock and gonna want to buy more in position because I believe in this stock someday gonna be buy out by another company, and when it is, it's gonna be at least $70. Again, this stock was as high at very high range and drop it then down, right? And also just remember from a discovery phase and negotiation where the buyout actually happen and announces, it may take 3 to 5 years, okay? Okay, so next thing now is I will be interested to hear the iPhone sales for Apple on Thursday and prospect of the virtual reality, which is $3,000 for the Apple glasses. And for Amazon, I'd like to hear more about how AI and other investment materialize their return, what the outlook is going to be with the inflation lately that we actually kind of cool down a bit. There's two are critical key on the earnings as well as will be moving the market overall because the macroeconomic factor, the atmosphere of the market conditions to drive people when putting more money on the sideline into the market. Fed has increased quarter point basis, which was already priced in last week, and reservation of another quarter point raise, but probably after that point it will be over. And also remember, if you look back and listen to two video in the past, I always talk about the election year. So I'm pretty sure you may not even raise it because of the pressure on making the economy looks good. There's another small bank fail, of course, on the weekend, but that bank is pretty small, so I'm not sure that will really impact the over optimism or confident that index that are leading you right now, that kind of driving up and have a higher leading possibility to hit to 52 weeks high and break another record. Oil prices surged from June to July for about 14% due to production cut. You're also interested to see the impact of the oil stock and balance with strong summer requires a typical higher demand and how that shapes out. So what to do right now if you ask me, right? If you have stock, how do you position? You wait for the last part of the video. So hopefully tomorrow will be another start up strong and anticipate a company beating earning and the momentum continue to push it up. Because Friday you can see some pullback, right? It's a good idea to sell in the morning. As you're seeing off the last week, the timing always very strong in the pre-market with some good news already of the market driving it, then return some again in the afternoon. In Wednesday, if the market continues up, then very likely you're gonna hold up from the trend I saw in the last video. For those, if you're interested, you go to listen to my last video again to be heating up to August 15. So depending on how much you may, I will sell some of the positions for profit taking and keep some cash on the sideline just to watch it. Because we have seen in the past that what happened in the last year and a half, every time during the seasons, earnings season is always pushing the market very hard and really giving you 20%, 25% easy. But then after that, it's also slip back very quickly. So you cannot race to the market. You cannot be faster than the market. So you must act before you sleep, right? So thank you for listening. Have a nice and wonderful week of August. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video.